Hello, my name is Sebbi, and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Wednesday, July 25th, 2018. So, this is episode 401. Last time we celebrated the 400th episode of the coffee break. That's crazy. That's just insane. I can't believe it. I can't believe that I already recorded more than 400 episodes. And wow, the game apparently can't believe it either. We have some frame rate issues. Hey, what's going on, game? Everything okay? Has this something to do with the new version, because we are in a new version of Minecraft, and yeah, I think the new version of Minecraft will keep us busy today, because I like to find out what is going on with all this ocean stuff, with all those new fish and other sea creatures. So I like to start an expedition. I like to see more of those things, but first we have to clean up after the party. We have to reclaim all the redstone and yeah, remove all those things. I'm not quite sure. I think I got them from the cabin, so we need to go down to the cabin and store all those things down there. Do I have something for here? Yes, I do have the redstone, which I can leave up here, and yeah, then we will go over to the cabin and finally start the next expedition. Initially I wanted to continue with the ship after the celebration of our new... It's also interesting that we now have cod and a salmon. That's also interesting. Let's cook this raw salmon. I wanted to say, yes, initially I wanted to continue with the ship, but now since we have new things to discover, new things to see, I think exploration is a little bit more important, so let's do this. And I'm still a little bit confused about the horse. I think the horse has changed. I think the horse is a little bit higher. I can't remember that the head of the horse would be that high, but maybe it's just an illusion, but it looks different. It really looks different. Maybe it's just an illusion, but I doubt it. I think something has changed because it feels so different, and I played the game a lot, so it's obvious that I noticed some changes. And yeah, we have the 400th episode sword. I enchanted the diamond sword. Well, I enchanted it again, and now it has mending on it. No, those are my boots. Where's my sword? Here's my sword. It has mending on it. Oh man. Pointed at the wrong item. Oh man, what a noob. Okay, egg. Feather. We have so. Okay, let's put the cod in here. Okay, apparently I can cook cod. Raw cod. Oh, this explains a lot. Raw salmon, tropical fish. Oh, this is now a tropical fish. Pufferfish is still pufferfish. Tropical fish. Can I do something with a tropical fish now? Okay, don't get new recipes. Do we have a recipe for fish? Carrot and stick? No. I don't get this menu. I just don't get it. But anyway, yes, I have to store those. The lever can go here, the firework can go there, and yeah, I think we have everything. We have about everything. Now it's just about getting the horse into the storage room so that we can secure it and make sure that it's not running away, because traveling with a horse or going on an expedition with a horse all the time a pain, so I don't want to do this. In this case, horse, please follow me in here. Yes, very good, very nice. Right, get it here. Thank you. I will leave the lead here, and you will stay there as well. So by horse. We will hopefully see us again. I will now start my expedition, and this time I will go this way, I guess. I'm quite sure I already did an expedition in this direction, but I can't remember. Is it maybe this direction where we find this super abstract mountain or so that looks super awesome? I don't know. I just like to see more sea creatures, and I like to get to a large body of water, like an ocean or so, and go do some diving or so. I think this could be super interesting. And yeah, so we are leaving. We are on the next expedition. Something. I need a good term for it. Expedition Sea Turtle. Is this a good name? I don't know. Maybe Expedition Sea Turtle. I have to think about it. So currently we have another heat wave. We really have a heat wave. So now the temperatures are even above 30 centigrade outdoors, which is just mental. It's just too much. It's way too much. Oh man, I'm yeah. I don't know. I'm not quite sure how I shall survive the next few days with all this craziness. So, but it's nice that we have a lot of salmon in here. This will be. It will be super stressful to survive the next few days, but yeah, there are some events basically coming up on my side. Today I'm not even sure what exactly this thing is. So it's a little bit a surprise. It's something in the vineyards, and it's, I guess, with music, probably with some wine, something in the evening. I already was told that there's this particular event, and I thought, well, this sounds interesting. It seems to be quite romantic or so, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what this thing is all about, so I will keep you posted about this event once I survived it or so. Definitely interesting, I guess. The pictures I saw were quite romantic because they had some lights in the vineyards, and you spent the evening outdoors. As I said, probably with some wine or so. So it really sounds quite cozy and also romantic, as I said. Unfortunately, romantic is nice if you do have one to be romantic with. But since I don't have such a special person, that's a little bit the downside of it. But yeah, I think it will be still interesting and entertaining. And yeah, the next day my colleagues from the school pedagogy, we will have a meeting before the summer break, basically. Well, I don't have a summer break, but they do. I have to keep on working, unfortunately. So this will be also interesting. We will meet on an old bridge going over the River Main, and yeah, I think this will be quite cool again. I've been there several times already, and so I'm looking forward to this because they are also interesting, but they are also great people, and it's all the time a lot of fun. Just have to be careful. One of them is dangerous. It's very dangerous. I ended up one day with, normally you have large glasses for your water, so where you have, I don't know how much water fits into such a glass, maybe 300 milliliters or so. But yeah, suddenly I had such a large glass full of wine, so this was dangerous. But yeah, so I have to keep an eye on her that she isn't doing this again to me. So this will be cool. Speaking of pedagogy, on Monday I had the last oral exams, and I'm super happy that's finally over. This time it was from the interdisciplinary seminar, and this time it were the human-computer interaction students. So this was interesting. Unfortunately, the pedagogical side wasn't that great, so most of them had some issues with it, and across the board all of them said, yeah, please provide more concrete examples. So I guess it was a little bit too abstract for them, and yeah, I mean, this might be true. I'm doing this pedagogical thing now for 1.5 years, so I don't notice so much when something is a little bit weird and not good enough. So maybe this has to be improved a little bit. But aside from this, they all did a good job, and they did, they had all amazing and cool projects. So I was quite pleased with the result. Of course, there were, well, I'm not quite sure. Seen from my perspective, it might have been good that it came that way. So I had 2 cancellations, unfortunately, which is a little bit sad, because when they made it through the entire semester and then they decide, right, I don't want to do the exam, then that's sad, especially when they don't have a final product, because we gave them a lot of time, and when they start late, then, well, that's your own fault. So this was a little bit stupid and sad. On the other hand, as this was this super crazy long day full of exams, yeah, missing 1 exam was not, or missing 2 exams wasn't too bad, because it really reduced the stress. And still, I was super tired in the evening, especially with this very, very warm period. All right, we have some more salmon over here. That's cool, but nothing new. I think we need to really get to a larger body of water to see some different kind of fish. So let's keep on searching. And yeah, so this was a little bit sad, but yeah, as I said, it depends a little bit on the perspective. But I was really a little bit annoyed, because as I said, they had the entire summer term to work on their project, and we even gave them some teaching assistance so that they can get some additional help. And yeah, they did not use this help, and then they came to the conclusion, well, this is too much stress now, we can't finish it. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't start the weekend before the exam. This would be also a solution. So yeah, that's where we are. But yeah, so exams are over. Finally, the lecture period is completely over for me for this summer term. So now I do have a little bit of break until the winter term starts again, but this break is filled with deadlines and presentations and paper writing and all this fun stuff. I mean, yes, it's quite deep. Is something new in here? No, those are just salmon. And yeah, I mean, that's good. That's really nice to have a little bit of a break, but a lot of research has to be done. And yeah, then speaking of research, there is maybe a glimmer of hope, a slight glimmer of hope. Quite fittingly, a witch appeared and started to laugh at me, so that's not good. Probably it's not a glimmer of hope. Maybe it's just a little bit more sadness, even more sadness than I already experienced. But yeah, there's a chance. Normally, to get your PhD, you have to write this PhD thesis, which is, I don't know, 150, 200 page long text. But there's also the solution that they start to accept some kind of, well, if you published enough paper and you somehow provide a letter explaining what all the papers were about or so, and the papers are good enough in order to be seen as a equivalent to a PhD thesis, then you might get your PhD. So this sounds like a decent plan. I mean, sounds exactly like what underground lava. That's dangerous. Sounds exactly like what I want, because then I really might get my PhD in the end. So this would be, oh man, this is so sweet. I'm getting dizzy when I think about this. Getting my PhD, finally finishing this craziness. I mean, this would be good. And according to some rumors, this new system might be of effect as soon as the start of the winter term. So yeah, please keep your fingers crossed that I finally can end this project and this PhD project and start to work on different projects. So this would be awesome. This would be just marvelous. And I would be super happy when some more leather, when it would be finally done. And some more salmon. The salmon look rather big. They look super big. Hi, how are you? So yeah, that's that. that indeed. Do I have something else to discuss? Unfortunately not. Well, partly. There's one thing you do when, well, yeah, it's a weird, it was just a weird idea, but I made a deal with a very good friend, like, okay, if we both turn 40, luckily this is still a few years away from me to turn 40. Man, this would be crazy. If we turn 40 and we are still single, then we move together. So yeah, I mean, there's also maybe an end in sight for this particular problem, but it won't solve the problem for today, being at this romantic place and still being a loner. So that's a little bit, well, I'm not alone, I'm there with friends, but I hope you get what I wanted to say. So yeah, that's this thing. But hey, that's an interesting deal. Those are things you normally don't think about, and at some point they start to think, they start to seem like, okay, maybe, why not? Why not? I mean, why not? Just why not? Okay, yeah, so I'm now walking for almost this entire episode and I still haven't found a large body of water. What is going on? Normally I hit large bodies of water soon when I'm on an expedition, and now nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's crazy. Probably I will now walk for 10 episodes, one direction, no water, then I turn around and I run into an ocean or so. I'm quite sure this will be like this, but yeah, we will see about that. Another thing about this heat wave, I don't know, I think everyone knows this, but ooh, this is an interesting cave, almost like a cathedral or so. I like to see this. You are hungry, but you're not really interested in food or so. So yesterday we had burgers at the university, which were quite alright, but well, I ate one, but it was not really satisfying because it was too warm. It was just too warm. The only thing I really like to have would be some kind of cool watermelon or so, something like this. Hey, this is also a cool place. Something that is refreshing and that has a lot of water in it. So this would be good, but this normal food, not really good these days. But well, it is what it is, and it's okay. Oh yes, there's another super cool thing. I mean, we are currently doing an experiment, and yesterday I was in charge of conducting a few sessions, and one session, a woman entered the room, and at first I thought, okay, she's another scientist or so, she's an employee at the university, and then she asked me, am I too old for this study? And I was totally puzzled. I mean, what? Why can you be too old? And she was as it turned out, one of our students. So she's enrolled in the Human-Computer Interaction program. She's trying to get her bachelor's degree. Well, she already is... mushroom. She already has studied some kind of part of medicine. I think she's a medical doctor or so. But she decided, hey, I want to see more. I want to see different things. So now she decided to do this, and I was super impressed that she's so ambitious, that she was so interested in this whole VR situation, in the VR experiment. This was super cool. It was super inspiring seeing her being so interested, so open-minded. So hey, cool. I like more. And she was super interested in the experiment. So this was awesome. This was really cool. And things get even more interesting because she told me her daughter is starting this program as well, and then mother and daughter are enrolled in the same program. I mean, I'm not quite sure. I think this is super sweet. This is super interesting, super cool. On the other hand, I'm not quite sure if... I find it super sweet, super cool, but at the other hand, when I think you're doing your studies and with all the craziness going on while you're at university, and then your parents are around, I mean, that's completely fine, but I don't know if this is not a little bit awkward then, maybe, question mark. I mean, but still, I was super impressed by this woman, how interested and ambitious she was to experience those things, to learn those things, and that's super cool when someone is doing it just for the fun of it, just because the topic is interesting. And I mean, that's cool. This really impressed me, and yeah, I don't know. It's really an interesting thought and feeling, and I was just super impressed, so to speak. And so yeah, that's also cool when you do those experiments. I mean, most of the time it's just your standard student or so, but from time to time you really encounter someone. Ooh, this looks super muddy and super bright during the night. This is also interesting. This is cool. Normally it's just your standard student, from other seminars or so, but having suddenly someone who's different is super interesting, and this happened to me several times already. So I think that's cool. I also think I need to find a place where I can sleep, and I shouldn't continue to walk, I guess, because this will just draw more attention of evil guys. So let's search for a good place to... Oh dear, there's a spider guy. There's another spider guy. Let's avoid those spider guys, and end of this episode, maybe. If I find a good spot to do so. Ooh, creeper guy. Okay. Maybe I should have just stopped walking while I was ahead and while I was in a good and safe area. Alright, this thing is a large area. This could be good. This could be easy to be defended. Hey. Okay, let's torch and bet. I hear you. Where are you? There you are. Ah, there you go. Right. I hope this is doing something good to my sword. Okay, we are at the end of this episode, hopefully. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope you will be joining me next time. Thank you so much for watching. Until then, my name is Sebbi. See you!